Hello and welcome to this short lecture video discussing your YMCA case. That's right up here, your YMCA multi-product break-even case. That is posted up on Canvas. This is your grade sheet that you can take a look at, and then this is your case. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the actual case itself right over here. I think the grade sheet you can kind of figure out. But let's go ahead and look at the case. And so in this lecture video, I'm just going to give an overview of the case. So this case is a managerial accounting case. It's a multi-product. I would think of it as a multi-product break-even case. It's called Decisions, the case of YMCA and the amusement park season pass. And so this was inspired actually by myself when we were trying to figure out whether or not we should buy the pool pass to the local YMCA. So let's just kind of talk about the case quickly here. It says John and Carol Swanson had one 8-year-old daughter, Anna, who enjoyed swimming. The local YMCA, a not-for-profit located 2 miles from the house, offered a summer pool membership for families. John and Carol were trying to decide whether to purchase a summer pool membership. John said, "I think we should purchase it. Anna loves swimming, and the cost is $340 for the family for the entire summer." It's a great idea. The cost $10 per person per time, so that would be, if they each went, that'd be $30. So we'd have to go at least 12 times to make it worthwhile. In past summers, I think we've gone that many times. Carol was not so sure. "I don't think we'll use it enough to justify the cost. If we pay each time, the cost is $10 a person. Lots of times, though, you have to work, and it's only me and Anna going to the pool. If we wait until after 5, the cost drops from $10 per person to $5 per person." Carol continued, "I think it's likely that half the time only Anna and I will use the pool during the day before 5, and about a quarter of the time I think the 3 of us will go during the day before 5. My guess is, given your work schedule, all 3 of us will be able to take advantage of the $5 discount by waiting until 5 p.m. to go about a quarter of the time." So you can see this is their usage distribution, okay? John considered Carol's reasoning. "Sounds like you put a lot of thought into this. I'm impressed. How many times would we need to go in order to make it worthwhile to buy the pass?" Carol clarified the question. "I think we need to determine how many times just Anna and I would have to go, how many times the 3 of us would need to go, and then how many times the 3 of us would have to go after 5 to get the $5 per person rate." Carol continued, "This will be a fun problem. It reminds me of doing multi-product break-even problems in the accounting course I took last summer. Table 1 shows the YMCA pricing. Table 2 shows the expected pool usage. These are towards the end of this document. Your first question is, using tables 1 and 2, how many times would the Swansons need to use the pool to break even? Okay, and so I'll go over this question again in the case requirements of the document. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and skip over. It would say, after calculating the break-even point, the Swansons sat down with the summer calendar to confirm Carol's expected usage. After carefully considering their vacations and other commitments, they changed their expected usage slightly and determined that Carol could go to the pool 8 times. All 3 family members could go 5 times before 5 and 3 times before 5. Table 3 shows the revised expected pool usage. Given the distribution in Table 3, usage distribution in Table 3, calculate the total cost of going to the pool each time rather than buying the pool pass. Should they buy the pass? Why or why not? Okay. After finishing the analysis, the Swansons determined they should buy the pool pass. One night, John got home after work. Carol and Anna really wanted to go to the pool. John said, "Honestly, I'd rather do something else tonight. Maybe we could watch a movie." Carol said, "John, I think we should go to the pool. I mean, we paid for the pass. We have to take advantage of it." Question 3, do you agree with Carol's reasoning that they have to use it since they paid for the pass? Why or why not? A week later, after making the decision to buy the pass, the Swanson had the opportunity to buy season passes to a local amusement park. The amusement park priced their season passes differently than the Y. John said, "I think we should look into buying the season pass. The cost is $100 per adult for the entire summer, $75 per child for the entire summer. If we don't buy the pass, we would pay $65 per adult and $50 for Anna, our child, each time she went to the park. The pass pays for itself in 2 times. Carol responded, "That's a good deal. I agree that we should buy the pass because last summer we all went about 3 times. Carol commented, "The pricing for the amusement park makes more sense to me. Unlike the Y, they price the season pass per person rather than per family. I think the Y could learn a thing or two from the amusement park. The YMCA pool membership pricing seems to incentivize large families, but maybe not smaller families with the Y, because they price it per family. In fact, our neighbors, the Hendersons, Paul and Kristen, have 2 kids, Robbie and Lexi. If they use a similar usage distribution, they use it the same way we do, I wonder how many times they would need to go. So your question 4, using the usage distribution in Table 4 and the same pricing information in Table 1, calculate the number of times the Hendersons would need to use the pool for it to make sense to purchase the YMCA pool pass. Similar to question 1, specify the number of times the Hendersons would need to go in terms of how many times Kristen, Robbie, and Lexi would need to go before 5, and how many times Paul, Kristen, Lexi, and Robbie would need to go during the day before 5, and how many times Paul, Kristen, Lexi, and Robbie would need to go after 5. The Hendersons have 4 people and the Swansons have 3. Explain what happens to the break-even point as the number of people in the family increases. Drawing upon your answer for question 4, do you agree with Carol's statement that the YMCA pool membership pricing incentivizes larger families but maybe not smaller families? Why or why not? Question 6, why do you think the Y would choose to price their pool passes per family rather than per person? Question 7, why do you think the amusement park provides such a strong incentive to purchase the season pass? All right. Now look down here. These are your tables. So Table 1, pricing membership, $340 for the summer, $10 each person before 5, $5 each person after 5. This is the usage by the Swansons. Carol and Anna before 5, half the time. Carol, Anna, and John before 5, 25% of the time. And then everybody in the family after 5, 25% of the time. This is after analyzing the family calendar. Carol and Anna before 5, 8 times, 5 times, and then 3 times. You can see it there. And then Table 4, this is for the Hendersons. So it's pretty similar to what the Swansons did. In terms of your learning objectives, understand how to compute multi-product break-even. That's what this is. This is a multi-product break-even. Except we're not talking about a product, we're talking about usage, but it's the same idea. Okay? So the whole idea of this case is to say, here's what you know about multi-product break-even in terms of cost accounting. How can you take that and apply it to a personal finance decision? Also to understand the impact of sunk costs on decision-making and the role of incentives in an organization's pricing strategy. So here are the case requirements, and I had inserted the questions in the case, but I'll go over those in a little bit more detail. So again, question 1, using tables 1 and 2, how many times would they need to go to break even? You need to say how many times just Carol and Anna would need to go to before 5, how many times John, Carol, and Anna would need to go during the day, and how many times they would all need to go after 5. You need to set up a spreadsheet in Excel to answer this question using appropriate formatting and range names. You don't need to put in protection and data validation, but you need to use appropriate formatting and range names. Question 2, given the usage distribution, calculate the total cost of going to the pool each time rather than buying the pass. Should they buy the pass? Why or why not? Answer this question in an Excel spreadsheet. Question 3, do you agree with Carol's line of reasoning that they need to use the pool since they have already paid for the pass? Why or why not? Answer this question in a separate Microsoft Word document. Question 4, using the usage distribution in Table 4 and the same pricing information in Table 1, calculate the break-even point for the Hendersons, okay? And do that in an Excel spreadsheet. Question 5, do you agree that it incentivizes the YMCA pricing strategy, incentivizes larger families, not smaller families? Answer your question in a separate Microsoft Word document. And then why do you think the Y prices per family? Why do you think the amusement park price gives such a strong incentive to purchase the season pass? Both of these questions answer in a Word document. And then that is the end of the case. And so with the submission, you'll submit one Excel file to me and containing your answers to where it says, for example, question 1, question 2, and question 4, and then you'll submit a Microsoft Word document answering question 3, question 5, question 6, and question 7. Okay? And this is due, this is going to be an extra credit case, and that will be due on the 20th of April at 5 p.m. to me via email. So this is extra credit. So basically what that means is that if you do it, I'll grade it, I'll add it into your case grades. If it helps your case grade, that's great. If you do it and you bomb it, you don't do very well, and your percentage, it brings down your average for your case grade, I will not include it in your case grade. All right. So that summarizes the entire case that I wanted to talk about for the Kings Dominion amusement park case. If you have any questions, please let me know. And that's the end of this lecture video. Thanks.